Hello guys, what is up? Today I'm doing What If Naruto Had Bond's Powers Part 6. And yes, I know every video that I kept posting of this kept getting deleted and or blocked. So I really am sorry about that. It is my fault because I didn't realize it was constantly just a copyright strike about something. Somehow I didn't notice. So I'm gonna post it again, and let's hope this time it doesn't get blocked for copyright. I'll try to blur things out more so nothing gets seen out for copyright. And I really am sorry because we wasted an entire day. You guys wasted an entire day waiting for me to drop this, and I couldn't. So I'll be posting it today, which is Saturday, and I am really disappointed about that because I wanted to keep a strict schedule, but what matters is that I finally got to it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, all that good stuff. And of course, I'm not gonna have time to mention all the things that I wanted to mention because I feel like I already wasted enough time. So let's just jump right into it. Naruto gets up and opens the door to see two guys with weird robes. One with black hair and a Sharingan, and one that resembles a fish with a gigantic sword on his back. And so obviously he asks who the hell they are. But instead of saying anything, Kisame responds by swinging his sword and catching Naruto off guard, so his head was chopped off and he fell to the ground. Obviously, Itachi scolded Kisame because they needed to bring him back alive and stuff. And Kisame said that it's not his fault that the Jinchuriki is weak. At that point, Naruto gets up with his head regenerating, freaking out both of them, and tells them that they should not be calling him weak and that he's gonna wipe the floor with them. He instantly opens two gates and launches at Kisame, punching him out the building, and goes after Itachi, who dodges out into the hallway to see Sasuke. Both Naruto and Sasuke, are pretty on guard. Sasuke with the Chidori launches at Itachi, and Naruto with the Rasengan both seemingly hit Itachi before seeing him puff into a log. Then he appears behind Naruto and attempts a kick, which Naruto catches, and then Sasuke comes in with a punch to his ribs and then sends him through the room and out the window as well. So they go outside and try to find him, but both him and Kisame have dipped. Also because Itachi sensed Jiraiya's presence and he already was getting kind of in a tough spot with those two, so he doesn't want to deal with the legendary Sanin. So not obviously Sasuke is mad because he didn't get his revenge, and Naruto calms him down and he says, you need to get stronger first if we have to deal with someone like Itachi together. But as soon as Sasuke turned back to yell at Naruto, Naruto sees blood dripping down his face and sees the Mangekyo Sharingan. And since he released so much power all at once from his hate, he released a bit of his curse mark and then passed out. That's when Jiraiya comes down and asks about what the hell is going on and what is happening, and Naruto fills him in, and then they call Medical Ninja to take Sasuke back to Konoha. And also, Jiraiya was watching everything, so he noticed how easily it is for Naruto to just manipulate, the Rasengan. He did the Rasengan almost instantly, and he thought that maybe he had the ability to learn Swift Release, and maybe he had a sort of a Genkai like that. And maybe if he gets strong enough, he might be able to learn his dad's, flying Raijin. But we'll get to that another time. He puts that on hold and they approach a bar as they continue their journey. And when they look around, they see a drunk Tsunade with her assistant, Shizune. Jiraiya and Naruto sit down and they try to discuss the whole Hokage situation. But of course, Tsunade denies everything, insults the Hokage. And as soon as she says this, their table shatters to pieces, with Naruto just going straight up to all the 8 gates open. Naruto is pissed like visibly pissed, and he just tells her to step outside, calling her granny, which makes her even more mad. Jiraiya is more mad because, well, he has to pay for all of this now. So, yeah. Tsunade accepts, and Naruto says that if he beats her, then she has to swallow her words and come back to Konoha. And since Lee isn't injured this time, there's no need to mention that. Tsunade asks what happens if she wins, and Naruto says, "Trust me, you're not going to." He rushes at Tsunade with three gates activated and overwhelms her with his taijutsu skills. Manages to kick Naruto away, but Naruto body flickers behind her with the Rasengan to her back and then slams her to the ground, and then she puffs into a log. Of course, Tsunade does still take this as her loss because even though she escaped, Naruto still beat her. Tsunade is just like annoyed because he's like, "What the hell did you teach this kid, Jiraiya?" And surprisingly, Jiraiya says that he taught him nothing besides the Rasengan, and obviously he learned the 8 gates from Guy, which surprises Tsunade because apparently Naruto just learned it recently, so how could he open all 8 gates like that without getting hurt? And Jiraiya says that's not even his full power because he can also control the QB's power. And Tsunade is just leaving the issue because she's not gonna waste her time with this conversation. The kid is weird. The next day, obviously Tsunade agrees to go back to Konoha. The next day, Shizune and Tsunade go to poison Orochimaru while unknowingly being followed by Naruto and Jiraiya. Of course, when she puts the plan into action, she gets repelled by Kabuto, and who outsmarts her until Naruto arrives, blocking a punch aimed at Tsunade in her weakened state. Naruto says that he'll be taking this from here, and he throws a strong, fast punch at Kabuto's gut. And due to Naruto's overwhelming strength, this makes his stomach just like have a hole in it, and then he falls to his death. Then Naruto helps Tsunade up, and she activates her special jutsu, and they join Jiraiya in the battle. Tsunade, summoning her slug, and Naruto summoning Kagura. Then Kagura does a kind of swift attack, which is just like a super speed attack with his claws, and then cuts the head off one of the snakes. And then Jiraiya cuts another head of the snakes off with his katana from Gamabunta, and Tsunade kind of suffocates one of them until Jiraiya has enough time to jump off his toad and aim for Orochimaru, who he seemingly gets a hit on, but again, it's a substitution jutsu, and Orochimaru has escaped, which pisses off everyone because they just put so much work into this battle only to have him escape. But they also realize that he is pretty weak right now, and if they team up, they could easily beat him. So they just let him go and they don't care. They rest for 2 days, and getting Naruto is getting used to having Kagura summoned constantly. Have him around more so he can be more used to how his chakra drains more and more, and also learns how to maintain the 8 gates. And due to his supernatural ability, that means that his base form has also gotten stronger, and he's pretty good right now. He's pretty good at taijutsu. He's pretty strong physically, and he buffed up a bit. So of course the 8 gates only allow him to be in that state as long as his stamina allows, which is still a lot. He also learns he's trying to integrate his Rasengan into a technique that might help him. And since he's so good at controlling wind, he thought that he might make a Rasengan that he can control from far away. I'll call it the curving Rasengan right now because I don't have any ideas, and this came kind of the top of my head. But you guys put any suggestions down there. When he launches it at you, it will like just go through you like a sword. It is like a very sharp spear, and it's way faster, and he can manipulate it at will. So after that, they head back to Konoha, and on the way, it seems that Tsunade wanted to teach Naruto how to control chakra like she does. And of course, Naruto agrees, which makes Jiraiya mad because he's like, "How many masters are you gonna take?" And Naruto says, "Would you reject her invitation?" They both start laughing because it is true that Tsunade has a bit of a temper, but then she hits them on the head, which proves their point, and she just keeps laughing. And they just keep laughing until they make it to the village. So when he makes it back, he has some free time, so he decides to go meet Lee and Guy, and they want to go train. But this time, Hinata is there, and she wants to join as well. And she's kind of like to the point of passing out because Naruto is standing in front of her. Of course, they agree, and they take her with them, and they go out into the woods, and they start, to spar. Naruto took a bit of an interest in the Hyuga techniques and decided that he wanted to spar with Hinata. Of course, he wins, but he teaches her some tips on how to do that protective barrier she does while she spins, and how to do the 64 palms better, how to just control the kind of energy, and also improve her taijutsu by a lot because he is way stronger than Neji will ever be. Of course, while he is helping her out, they're kind of getting close. And Naruto has a laid back attitude, but he's kind of also like Ban, so he's sort of flirting a bit. Out of nowhere, Sasuke comes out and demands a fight. And he's being followed by Sakura, who tried to stop him from coming over. And Naruto says, "Why the hell should he do that? Why the hell should he do that? He is helping out Hinata right now." Then at that point, Sasuke throws a fireball jutsu at him, which almost hits Hinata, but Naruto pushes her away and throws a curving Rasengan through it, dispersing the fire and hitting Sasuke in the chest. Of course, it wasn't full strength; it would have cut through his stomach. So Sasuke gets up in pain, and since he knows that this won't end with that taijutsu battle because Naruto is better at taijutsu, he just suggests that they end this in one final blow. Naruto, obviously, he just goes four gates and covers his hand with the chakra arm from Kurama's power. And Sasuke charges up a Chidori, and surprisingly, his 3 Tomoe. No, I meant his Mangekyo Sharingan, which he is still bleeding from. Like, he can barely tell what the hell is going on, even he's forcing everything. So Naruto also added a bit of wind to cover his fist because just the 8 gates might not be enough, or that's just you guys a bit. I don't think it might be enough. So they launch at each other, and Sasuke and Naruto are calling out each other's names. And as they're about to clash, Guy deflects them instead of Kakashi. And since they couldn't stop, all that Naruto could do was just take the chakra cloak off. But even with that, as he hit any close to any trees, he created a whole part, a pathway, like how when you shoot a Kamehameha, that's what it looked like. And Sasuke destroyed about 5 trees, and he felt really strong, he felt really dope. But when he turned to look back, he was horrified and he was completely just out of it. And Naruto looks back with a smirk. And this is where I'm ending it off. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like usual, I'm sorry about the background noise. It's really annoying when I'm trying to film these videos and people want to shut up. So yeah, and thank you guys for 300 subs. We have made it to 300 subs, and I am so happy that you guys are on with this journey. Hopefully we'll reach 500 subs by 2 months or 3 months. That's my goal. So yeah,